All right. Headline number 4, Facebook Marketplace and DoorDash are teaming up on local Facebook Marketplace deliveries. According to the Wall Street Journal, the deal is an attempt to get more people, especially younger ones, to use Meta-owned Facebook, while for DoorDash, the partnership boosts its ambition to expand into delivering more than food. The service has been tested in several U.S. cities in recent months and lets Facebook users purchase and receive items from Marketplace without ever leaving their homes. The service will deliver items that fit in a car trunk, and deliveries will be made to addresses up to 15 miles away and are usually made within 48 hours, the Wall Street Journal reported. Terms of the deal for either side have not been disclosed at this point. David, what do you think of this move for both parties?
This one made me laugh.
Oh, really? Okay.
For a couple of reasons. One is like, I love the comment about trying to get younger. So, I guess that my mom, if she was still alive, would have been 100 today. She's just approaching, to be old enough to be a Facebook user.
David bringing it today. I love it.
So, I guess, like from a delivery standpoint, that would be beneficial from her. But I don't know, to me, this harkens back to something we talked about last year on an episode. I think it was 7-Eleven and DoorDash.
Right.
That it seemed a little bit of desperation on both their points, right? If Facebook, the driving way to get younger users is to try to get DoorDash users through Marketplace. I don't think that's the answer. And I think I get DoorDash's play of trying to get away from anything grocery into other items, and that was the same play with I think it was 7-Eleven. So this is another play on that. But to me, this is a splash announcement that is going to have very little practical impact on either company.
Wow. All right, Abhinav, do you gonna agree with David? I feel like you've agreed with him so far on one, disagreed on another. We're kind of half disagreeing on the first headline. Where do you come down on this one? So I'm pretty sure Ann's gonna disagree pretty wholeheartedly.
Yeah. So I am actually going to disagree here, David, with you.
Yeah. All right. There we go.
Here is the thing. I think it's a play for the future, and I think the announcement or the partnership has an asymmetrical benefit, I think, from both sides. First of all, I'm a huge fan of DoorDash. They are a very nimble and innovative company that is coming up with new business models, and they are working with all different kinds of retailers to try to figure out how to deliver fast in an e-commerce environment. And part of success of e-commerce, part of it, not all of it, part of it depends on fast delivery. And so if you have the selection, if your experience of selling the product online is good, then delivery is the third piece that needs to fit in. And so DoorDash has done that at really, really well for a bunch of retailers, and they continue to expand. So this is another sort of feather in their cap. If from Facebook perspective, I think the jury is still out. I'm on the Facebook side, I'm with David. Facebook is not known as a place where you would go and shop. I mean, they are not the destination that you would think that they are currently. However, they could get there in the future. There could be a world in the future where you can think of as they launch Meta, as the metaverse, their platform. You are playing game in the metaverse, and you see something that you want to buy in the metaverse, you buy it, and then DoorDash delivers it. You are playing, for example, you are playing a game in metaverse, and you see something that you like. You order it, and DoorDash delivers it to you. I mean, it's much further ahead in the future, but the point is that Facebook needs to improve its shopping experience. When it does and is able to compete in the e-commerce space, they have the delivery part figured out. So that's the thing. That's the jury is out on the Facebook side. But I think from a DoorDash perspective, they continue to expand. They continue to add more things. And independent of who succeeds, if they have everyone, they will succeed. From a delivery perspective.
Yeah, they're taking a portfolio bet, right?
Exactly.
I agree with you on the DoorDash side. I just don't have any confidence Facebook ever.
Yes, that part. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah. The short-term, long-term Facebook. The part I think that's missing in this conversation, which I'm pretty sure Ann's going to bring up because I know her and she's a religious Facebook Marketplace shopper.
Yes.
Is the Facebook Marketplace angle, which is very different than say the Facebook feed and shopping from that, or the metaverse eventuality too. But Ann, what do you think?
Exactly what I was going to say. I think that there's an important distinction to be made that is exactly that, where, you know, shopping at my local retailer on Facebook and using that for DoorDash, that's fine, but that's not enough to get me to get a Dash Pass, for example, and have a subscription. But Facebook Marketplace and having DoorDash fulfill Facebook Marketplace transaction is a 100% going to get me to get a Dash Pass without question. I mean, Facebook Marketplace in a lot of communities has pretty much overtaken Craigslist. And the worst part of that transaction is having to drive it whenever it works for that particular
or to meet somebody you don't know.
Individual, to meet somebody you don't know is having to like go through that part of it. And I think keeps a lot of people from doing Facebook Marketplace type transactions. But allowing peer-to-peer commerce to take place in a much more convenient way for a little to no fee on top of whatever it is you're already getting a deal on, because it's a resold item, is brilliant. I think that this is great for, you know, DoorDash to be able to say, look, we're everybody, Instacart, whoever, we can give you your beauty store, your drug store, whatever on top of your subscription, but we are going to eliminate that friction and the unpleasant experience of having to buy something from a complete stranger, and having that transaction be one and done. Anything that will fit into a trunk gives you access to a large variety of items that you can have this transaction. And I think that, you know, this is such an untapped market as we're thinking about what the possibility for enhancing this peer-to-peer transaction looks like. We just talked to Cleveron. They've been doing peer-to-peer locker transactions so that you can even eliminate these experiences.
Same friction point.
Forever in Estonia. And I think that, you know, we're going to start to see more facilitation of these transactions as resale as a concept becomes more important. I love this.
Damn, you go, girl. Go, Gina.
Okay, and you've
David, what do you think?
I want it for today because I don't want to drive to two locations.
I have a table full of stuff sitting in my office that I've been needing to sell. I'm actually going to try it on Facebook Marketplace, and I'll
report back.
We'll see how many what happens. I reserve the right to change my opinion, but I'm not changing it yet.
Damn, you just mic dropped David, I think, man. That was awesome. That was awesome. I don't even have anything to add. Like, I agree with you. I think my thing would just be, it's a real pain point in the marketplace experience that this potentially solves.
Right.
I think there also is the element longer term of how Facebook does commerce. And I've long posited too. I think I wrote in Forbes back in the end of 2020, where there is a link up for Facebook and these third-party delivery services to get together, whereas and create a world where you're shopping from your feed, and behind the scenes, the delivery operators just source it for you wherever's most economically viable for you and give you the option of where you want to choose to purchase it from. So I think that could come later, but I think you're 100% right. This is about the marketplace, and that is big volume. Like, there are billions of dollars running through the marketplace.
And
from my
I wonder,
at least until the TikTok Amazon stream comes out, right? So
potentially too.
Today, I saw that too.
I also wonder, like, what information Facebook is going to be able to gather, and DoorDash for that matter, that they could also potentially sell to the retailers of products. So, like, if somebody's searching restoration hardware sofa, like, can you start to say, like, restoration hardware, this is what the second life of your products looks like. These are what people are searching for. This is the potential value.
So you're all in.
Oh yeah,
all in.
I know.
Chips on the table.
You're gonna need a bigger trunk, is right, David.